Well, back here at home, a major immigration-related case is going before the U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday. The justices are set to hear arguments on President Trump's decision to end DACA. You know, that's the program that protects hundreds of thousands of undocumented immigrants, known as Dreamers, who came to this country illegally with their parents when they were minors. Let's bring in Caitlin Owens on this. She is congressional reporter for Axios. So, Caitlin, do we have any indication how or where this case will go, how it could be decided?
You know, I think that Tuesday's arguments are going to be really telling, as they, sometimes are at the Supreme Court. But regardless, this is a hot-button issue, and the decision will likely come out in June, just as the 2020 election is, the general election is well underway. And regardless of the outcome, it's going to be a political bombshell right in the middle of that election.
Yeah, that'll raise that issue right to the front. Let's say if the president wins on that, he'll say, I was right. If they get a defeat, then that could give fodder to the Democrats. Would that then embolden them?
Right. And, I think that either way, so if the president does win his argument, that means that Dreamer protections have been lifted. Now, the president has said that punts the issue to Congress. And as you were saying, it's an incredibly emotional issue. The specter of these immigrants who came here as children through no fault of their own, then facing deportation. But the thing is, I think it's hard to see Congress acting, especially in any kind of quick fashion in today's, partisan divide. But if the president loses, yeah, that does give fodder to Democrats who say, this was wrong all along. And then that'll give kind of wind into their sails heading into November. You
talk about those who are affected. Ironically, one of the lawyers arguing, for the DACA law is a Dreamer himself. Luis Cortez, he's a lawyer. He came here undocumented when he was 1 year old. And you talk about Congress. Let me show you some tweets of the president just the other month talking about thinking there could be a deal. He said this in the tweet, quote, President Obama said that he did not have the right to sign DACA, that it will never hold up in court. He signed it anyway. If the Supreme Court upholds DACA, it gives the president extraordinary powers, far greater than ever thought. If they do what is right and do not let DACA stand, with all of its negative legal implications, the Republicans and Democrats will have to deal to let them stay in our country in very short order. It would actually benefit DACA and be done the right way. So the president there is saying that even if he does suffer a defeat on this issue, he still thinks there's a way forward. Do you see the Democrats giving him an inch at all when it comes to this issue?
No, I mean, it's hard to see that happening, for sure. I mean, the Congress has been trying to work on some kind of deal, especially involving Dreamers, for years now and hasn't been able to do it. There's no policy that can get the support of both sides because obviously in a deal there's give and take, and neither side are in a position to give anything at this point. So, it's failed over the past few years. A court decision would change the dynamic, but still things are so partisan right now and the parties are so far apart from each other on the issue of immigration. I wouldn't hold your breath waiting for Congress to strike some kind of deal.
Yeah, let's look at a recent poll that shows the overwhelming number of Americans are in the DACA's, the Dreamers' corner. 73% say they want to allow the Dreamers to stay. 24% oppose. How does that then play out in terms of the president's campaign strategy? Now, so
the Americans that oppose Dreamer protections and allowing them to stay in the country, those tend to be the president's base. The 3/4 of the country that think they should be able to stay, those tend to be Democrats and more moderate and independents. Now, of course, heading into an election, it's important to rally your base so that they turn out. But it's also, you can't win an election with your base. So, I think that the president, this isn't a great issue for him just because of the vast majority of moderates and independents who side with the Democrats on it. And, of course, those votes are key to any kind of general election.
And certainly one of the issues that will resonate with his base and that he will continue is one of the keystone issues of his administration. That has to do with the wall. He will go out there, be campaigning, saying that he's building the wall.
Right. Right. And, that is something that he will surely talk about. And it's, I think that this message right now, we're in primary season. Democrats are fighting each other on a lot of different issues. But this is going to be one of those things when we head into the general election that it will be a stark contrast between the two parties. The president will talk about his wall, and Democrats will surely talk about some of his unpopular immigration proposals, such as ending DACA, family separation, just all of the other border-related things that have come out. And it's going to be a huge, potent issue heading into 2020.
Yeah, a huge, potent issue, as you say, coming in spring, a decision they expect in June, right plop in the middle of everything, you know, a few weeks before the political convention. So it'll be a hot topic. Caitlin from Axios. Caitlin, good to see you. Thank you.